management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
But it's a class action lawsuit against all machines and that they're defective devices.
I still like beer, but I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out, and
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal. Should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it, because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened with
Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic installation of the Above It All broadcast. What's up? How's everyone going today? How are y'all going on this beautiful fine day? It's a day. I don't know if the day is beautiful yet. Let me look outside. Looks about average to me. So on this average fine day, hello folks, welcome to the program. I would like to start this show by saying I went to the weed store yesterday. That's right. There's a store and they sell weed. And I got some edibles. And I got really fucking fucked up last night. And I decided to keep the party rolling. So I did one at 10 o'clock, approximately 7 minutes ago. We'll see what happens. And everyone stay tuned because we'll see what happens. I got a show today. I got some news. Folks, big news. Big news. Big news. I got my new old mouse. As, in fact, let me tell this story. Let me see. Do I have all the props? I don't even know. I don't even know if I have all the props. I don't think I do. No. I can't do it. I gotta go find the props. Hold on. I gotta go find the props. It'll be worth it. Trust me. It'll be. Alright, I found the props. Okay, folks. Alright, so I'm going to tell a story. This is a story that I'm going to be telling. Okay, so I'm a gamer. I play games. I'm a speed runner. That's right. I'm a pro gamer. I'm a professional. As in I'm really good. And this is my favorite mouse in the world. This is the Logitech M500. This got discontinued over the last couple of years. It got discontinued. So this mouse, I've been using this mouse for months. Last time I had bought this model of mouse, I got two. So the other one I had, it worked for a while. I don't remember, maybe a year or 2 years. And then I switched to this one and it broke within a couple months. So then I'm like, fuck. So this is in the garbage. Fuck that shit, right? Fuck, what do I do? Well, I could buy another refurbished version of the mouse. I chose not to do that. Hello, Max. Everything's fine. I just threw a mouse on the floor. Max is concerned. But instead, I decided, you know what? Let me just buy something. I don't have that much money, right? I don't want to spend the money on a new discontinued mouse. So I bought this. This is the Razer Death Adder, which is going to go into the mail in the next few days. I'm going to return this piece of garbage. Anyway, it works for browsing Windows, but playing video games is impossible with this piece of shit. I could not play any speedruns for Doom. I was very upset. I was depressed. So you know what I decided to do? I decided to bite the bullet and spend even more money to get the new... Again, this is discontinued, so I had to spend more than MSRP on this. This is garbage. I'm going to return that, so I'm going to get that money back. But now I finally got a new mouse. And, look at that. Oh. So we're back in. Hopefully this one lasts a while. But anyway, that's a quick story about my mouse. People have been asking about that. And so now we have a resolution. So I will be doing a Doom stream tomorrow. We're back into the Doom stream verse. And so, thank you all. A vertical mouse. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're taking it easy today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! We're taking it easy today. We are sitting back, folks. We are taking it easy. Look at me. I am comfortable. I am at a fucking 38-degree angle right now. Woo! All right. So let's. This is a new show. This is a serious program. This is a serious All right. All right. Folks, I got bad news. I don't like doing this news show where I come on here and I talk about bad things, but it's gonna be Russia to withdraw from International Space Station. Russia on Tuesday announced it will withdraw from the International Space Station project after 2024, signaling an end of an era in one of the last remaining areas of cooperation between Russia and the United States. Russia's newly appointed head of space agency, Roscosmos, announced the decision in a meeting with the Russian President Vladimir Putin on Tuesday, saying that the company will instead focus on building its own orbital station. Quote, we will fulfill all of our obligations to our partners, but the decision to leave the station after 2024 has been made. So anyway, I want to talk about space. The reason why I'm talking about this is space. Space is cool. I'm a space fan. But one of the big problems, right, with space, I guess, like, first of all, let's talk about how we have the International Space Station, right? Like, you go there, any nation can go there, and you just, you just pop in. Like, the way that these wars and, like, the stupid geopolitical, Vladimir Putin is offended by what, it's so cringy. It's so cringy. Because you have everyone, and I do mean everyone, in the scientific industries in these countries, like Russia, and then, places that Russia work with, they just want to do the fucking work. Like, people that are astronauts, cosmonauts, right? They just want to do the fucking work. They want to explore space. They want to do all this cool stuff. And then some stupid bald guy is like, and then, like, Donald Trump is making the Space Force to turn space into, like, some fucking wartime combat bullshit. Like, this shit is just sad. This shit makes me depressed. Like, war and, like, triggered little snowflake baby, like, people that, like, control these countries, right? Like, the short, testosterone-addled, balding guy is going to decide the future of scientific research? Like, why? Why do we, like, I need you to really ask yourself, why do we organize society in this fashion? Where some stupid fucking guy who doesn't even have a head full of hair, and I don't mean to make fun of bald people, but you know what? I'm not woke on this one yet. Is going to have any authority to destroy scientific cooperation. It's especially at a time when we're having a climate catastrophe. Like, Russia might think that they're immune from this climate catastrophe. I don't know what their opinion is, to be honest. I don't know nearly enough about that. But, or maybe they're just assuming that they're best seated in the position to accelerate climate catastrophe or work to accelerate climate catastrophe. And then maybe everyone else is going to suffer more than they will, and that'll flip whatever. I don't know what they're doing. But it's just embarrassing. Like, first of all, war, dumb as fuck. Like, in my opinion, like, I think a lot of this does boil down to men being in charge. And I will say this, as a known hater of men, like, we've had enough. Like, the whole world, throughout the entire history of the world, pretty much has been ruled by men. And, I don't know, look where that got us, right? So I'm just saying, I'm just throwing this out there, like, a bunch of people, like, Russia, we're going to make Russia great again, guy, is now going to destroy international scientific cooperation. Why? Oh, because fucking you know, I don't know, he found oil reserves in Ukraine, I guess. I don't know. Destroy international scientific cooperation because you found some oil reserves. Oh, isn't that great? Stupid shit. It's stupid shit. And I don't like it. All right? I don't like it. So, just sad. I don't have much to say about the space station overall, but it is sad. I'm getting a little fucking... This edible's kicking in. How's everyone doing? Oh. I love Curb Your Enthusiasm, but that's not enough to get me woke on baldness. The way I see it, there's two different kinds of bald people. There's bald people who know they're bald, and that's fine, and that's cool. And then there's bald people who spend like every moment of their life wishing they had hair. And that's the demographic that I'm going at. But maybe it's not so good. You gotta meet Larry David in person. That would be great. Just a reminder, Larry David donated to Pete Buttigieg in the 2020 primary. RIP. But that would be great. All right, let's get into some news, folks. We got some news here. Doing some news. Yeah, let's do some news. All right. There's a new bill in South Carolina. A new bill in South Carolina. Does anyone want to guess what this bill does? Does it ban condoms? Not quite. Does it ban abortion? I already did that. What is this bill in South Carolina that has been put forth? What does it do? You might be asking yourself this question. If you're watching this video version, you might be looking at the title. For those of you watching in the stream, I'm just trying to stretch this out. South Carolina has a bill. You're not going to... I know, it's going to make you mad. South Carolina bill outlaws websites that tell people how to get an abortion. More states could follow, setting up a battle over the future of online speech across the country. Isn't that great? This is what I'm saying. I said this before, right? Is that when Republicans gain power, right? I need you to think about the rolling back of rights. Let me use an analogy or a metaphor of a snowball rolling down a snowy mountain. And as the snowball, right, is going, it collects more snow and it gets faster and faster and faster and collects more and more snow. So that's what we're dealing with, right? It starts off small. It starts off like, oh yeah, you know, this and that, and we'll roll back net neutrality. Remember that during the Trump administration? Does anyone remember that stuff? Just roll all these things back, lay the groundwork. And then, right, as it's gaining speed, gaining size, it's just going to continue, and it's going to get faster, and it's going to get faster and faster, right? So the turning back of Roe v. Wade starts a clock. The conservative theocrats, they don't want to give any opposition enough time to formulate a strategy. They know the Democrats, as they are right now, are garbage, and that they can walk all over them. They can walk all over them. They know that for a fact. They know that there are 0 Democratic politicians that have the power to do anything that will do anything. Nancy Pelosi sure as hell isn't going to do anything. You think Joe Biden's going to do anything? Fuck no. You think Chuck Schumer's going to? So they know that right now we've got inept, garbage Democratic leadership, and so they're just going to keep going. They're just going to keep going until either they win and they control the world, or they get stopped at some point by some group. So again, what this would basically do is, I mean, would it ban YouTube? Or would YouTube do one of those things where it's like if you're accessing from an IP in South Carolina, certain channels are on like a blacklist or something? Who knows? But again, the right does not believe in free speech. They just don't. They just don't. They never have. They never will. Anyone who fell for that meme, if you somehow at some point in your life thought that right-wingers liked free speech, you got lied to. They lied to you. You might be, oh shit, they lied to me? Oh fuck, I didn't know that lying was a thing. Well, guess what? They lied to you. Shortly after the Supreme Court ruling that overturned the right to abortion in June, South Carolina state senators introduced legislation that would make it illegal to aid, abet, or conspire with someone to obtain an abortion. The bill aims to block more than abortion. Provisions would outlaw providing information over the internet or phone about how to obtain an abortion. It would also make it illegal to host a website or provide an internet service with information that is reasonably likely to be used for abortion. Directed at pregnant people in the state. Legal scholars say the proposal is likely a harbinger of other state measures, which may restrict communication and speech as they seek to curtail abortion. The June proposal, S1373, is modeled off a blueprint created by the National Right to Life Committee, an anti-abortion group, and designed to be replicated by lawmakers across the country. As the fall of Roe v. Wade triggers a flood of new legislation, an adjacent battleground is emerging over the future of internet freedoms and privacy in states across the country. One, experts say, that could have a chilling impact on First Amendment protected speech. These are not going to be one-offs, said Michelle Goodwin, the director of the Center for Biotechnology and Global Health Policy at the University of California at Irvine Law School. These are going to be laws that spread like wildfire throughout the states that have shown hostility to abortion. Goodwin called the South Carolina bill unconstitutional, but she warned it's unclear how courts might respond after turning a blind eye to anti-abortion laws even before the Supreme Court overturned Roe. I need you all to understand, free speech, as soon as Republicans take power anywhere, state or federal, free speech is gone. It's done. It's over. I need you all to know that. Like, there's a good chance if Republicans win in the midterms, this show, gone. Rip. Bye-bye. 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 Hopefully everyone has a good life. Remember what I taught you. It's pretty insane. I don't know what to tell you. If tech sticks out on the debate, services are going to be held liable for providing basic reproductive health care for women, said Adam Kovacevic, the founder of CEO of Chamber of Progress, which receives funding from companies including Google and Facebook. Tech companies could soon be navigating a disparate patchwork of state laws caught in the middle of a political tug-of-war between red states and blue states. Democrats are already considering new data privacy proposals to protect reproductive health data and other digital trails that could be used to prosecute people. You know how like every country has like, you know, .co.uk or .co.au or some shit like that? We're going to be in a situation where very soon, .com, bye-bye. We're going to be like .co.sc, .co.nc, .co.fucking.nj, .co.ca. Every state's going to have its own version of a website. That's where we're heading toward. I need y'all to understand, we are fucked. Eric Goldman, a professor at Santa Clara University School of Law, said the First Amendment in Section 230, a bill that shields internet providers and tech companies from liability of their posts, photos, and videos on their websites, provide a strong defense in many instances for websites and providers facing lawsuits. So, again, Section 230. Does anyone remember Section 230 being in the news? Right. The last time it was in the news was when Republicans, specifically the leader, Donald Trump, wanted to abolish Section 230. Does anyone remember that? And he almost got it passed in that like last budget bill or something that was in December, I think. Does anyone who has been talking about Section 230? Republicans. They want to abolish it. I wonder why. Does anyone want to think about this? Give it a good thought session. What would Donald Trump do with less protections for? So anyway, folks, if you live in South Carolina, first of all, what? Why? Second of all, get out. Third of all, get your family out. Get the fuck out. Bye-bye. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to watch the show for very much longer. Because, again, I talk about abortion on the show. I don't necessarily go in depth on, what the closest abortion clinic is to your specific location. But I talk about abortion, I talk about abortion access. I talk about the laws. And I'm sure whatever algorithm would be used to flag people, I am guaranteeing you I would be caught up in it. And I would be happy if I got caught up in it. If I did not get caught up in it, then I would continue doing what I can to get caught up in it. So, there you go. We're fucked! And not in the good dick way, folks. How's everyone doing today? Vibe check, vibe check, vibe check. Vibe check. What are the vibes? Check them. Check them. What are the vibes? You gotta check them. Has anyone checked them? Didn't one of the senators ask like a Facebook official or a Twitter official or something like, about getting blocked by someone? Like they just didn't understand like they thought like being blocked on Twitter, like you're blocked from following this person was like some censorship thing or, I'm doing great. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I haven't eaten anything so far this morning, so my metabolism, the only thing that was in my body was that edible. And I'm pretty fucking high. So just throwing that out there. Nice fuck. Oh. Yee. All right. So, let's get into some good news, shall we? Okay. Senate moderates. Manchin and Murkowski both test positive for COVID. The moderates. No. These are not moderates. These are far-right conservatives. That's what they are. They're not moderates. They are far-right conservatives. So, just a little miniature correction there. But... again, not all the news in this world is bad. A resurgence in COVID cases across the nation could impede progress on key bills in the United States Senate this week after the moderates, again, not moderates, far-right, conservative. This week after moderates, again, not true, Manchin of West Virginia and Murkowski of nowhere, apparently. Lisa Murkowski is from nowhere. So Manchin from West Virginia. We need to know that. He's from West Virginia. Lisa Murkowski, I don't know. Is she in, I don't know, Wyoming, Is it Oklahoma? Where is she from? I don't know. Arkansas? Like an A something. Arkansas, maybe? I don't know. Separately announced Monday that they both have tested positive for the virus. Their required isolation could set back Senate Democrats' efforts to pass several key pieces of legislation ahead of the long August recess starting in 2 weeks. Okay. Okay. I know. Just bear with me here. Bear with me, okay? So, Joe Manchin and any Republican, every Republican, right? But Joe Manchin, a key architect in ensuring that COVID funding ceases from the federal government, a key architect in ensuring that the virus kills and infects as many people as possible, one of the main people responsible for this, because he refused to endorse higher spending on COVID relief funding and, testing and all that other stuff. Now he gets COVID, and I guarantee you, he's going to weaponize the fact that he got COVID, right, to kick the can down the road. Nothing's going to get done. I guarantee it. Now, again, we also need to talk about Senate recess. First of all, the same government that is against paid family leave for everyone else, they get mandatory scheduled vacations. Isn't that great? So, when's the last time you've gotten a scheduled recess at your place of employment? This morning out there, everybody go me 19. Manchin, a Democrat, announced in a tweet, I'm more man in a boot and I'm experimenting miles in isolating, follow CDC guidelines. Continue, West Virginia. Several hours later, Murkowski, a Republican, who we still don't know where Murkowski is from at this moment, after experiencing the flu like the past time, COVID, will be following guidance and advice from Darwin, quarantine at home in Alaska. Okay, so the only way we know Murkowski is from Alaska is that she says it in the statement. And home in Alaska, I'll continue my work remotely. It's unclear Monday exactly what impact Manchin Murkowski's required isolation would have on Democrats' plans, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got, for you. But, this shit's fucking funny. It's, like, we just live in the stupidest timeline. They're gonna go back to work, 2 days before recess. They're gonna sit down. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't vote on this bill. I gotta read it first. Oh, but I lost my reading glasses. Well, I'll read it over recess. And then recess happens. And then we get back. And then people are like, okay, so did you read that bill? And then Joe Manchin's like, what? What? Does anyone remember that? Can't we talk about something else? What? Anyway, y'all. Hellworld Round 7. We're in. Don't you just love this stuff? Don't you just love the world? Don't you just love the planet Earth? Folks, I'd like to announce something. I'm going to be entering the begging for money portion of the program. If you'd like to give me some cash, I'm still working on that YouTube membership. You can give me some cash on Cash App, PayPal, or Patreon. And I've got a visual aid. I got a visual aid for you. Look how destitute I am. I have no money in the tip jar. If you want to give me money, if that's an option, I mean, hey, it's a good option. Think about it. We got the tip jar here, folks. It's looking a little empty, so, I'm just throwing that out there. And so if anyone wants to help me out, that would be great. It'd be wonderful. But if not, that's fine too. And yeah, I'm working on the YouTube membership, but shut the fuck up. And there we go. There we go. Whoa. All right. I had this idea yesterday when I was really high. Anyway. Let's get into some fun stuff, shall we? Let's talk about the Republicans. Let's talk about the Republicans. Rick Scott was at some event. I don't really know much about this. It's, TPUSA bullshit. And he said some very questionable things. Now, again, folks, I need you to understand that Republicans, the number one mantra of fascists is to accuse other people of exactly what you intend on doing. That is the number one way that fascists communicate their intentions, is by whatever they're saying that the other party is doing, that's what they're doing. So when Republicans accuse Democrats of being groomers and child rapists, right? Look at the, Catholic Church, right? What group of people is predominantly religious in this country? Republicans, fascists, right? When you look at, what they accuse Democrats of doing, censoring free speech. The new South Carolina bill being brought forth by, you guessed it, Republicans, will basically ban any website that talks about abortion. So, let's check out Rick Scott's latest statement.
They want to control our lives. Woke, government-run schools. Woke, government-run healthcare.
So first of all, is he advocating to abolish public schools? Is that what he's advocating for? What is woke healthcare? How does healthcare become woke? What?
Woke, government-run healthcare.
Okay. Sincerely, if you're a Republican, if you're a fascist and you're watching this, do me a solid. Tell me what the fuck that means. Woke healthcare? Like, when you're being operated on, do you have to, listen to, an audio book of the 1619 Project while they put you under anesthesia? What is woke healthcare? What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
Woke, government-run media?
Woke, government-run media? What does that mean? Government-run media? Democrats want to control the media? What does that mean? Where's the...
Woke, government-run everything. In their new socialist America, everyone will obey and no one will be allowed to complain.
Okay. You know how when everyone in the Republican Party was freaking out, oh, Joe Biden's a communist. As soon as he gets into office, it's going to be socialist in America? The funny thing is, Joe Biden is governing, very similarly to, Republicans from, the 1970s, right? Because that's basically what Joe Biden is. Right, we're not a communist country. In fact, we're even more hyper-capitalist. Our country is even more capitalistic than it was when Trump was in office. Right? People are more impoverished. Healthcare quality has gone down. Gas prices have gone up. Inflation has gone up. These are all products of capitalism. Right? But the Republicans, they're just going to say everything that's going on under capitalism, that's socialism. And then they're just going to continue to call Joe Biden a communist. Now, again, I wish Joe Biden was a communist. If Joe Biden was a communist, my job would be a lot easier. But I'm still stuck on woke healthcare. What the hell is woke healthcare? I'm stuck on this. But
if you do speak up, boom, you're going to be canceled.
If you speak up, boom, you're going to be canceled. Like those teachers in Florida that spoke up about the Don't Say Gay bill and then got fired? What does that mean?
Your views, if they don't conform to big tech, or Fauci, or Neil Young, you're going to be taken off of Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Now, again, I need you to understand, Republicans in South Carolina which is 2 states away from Florida, where this guy's from, are advocating and advancing legislation to ban websites to talk about abortion and how to get them. And now, so Neil Young is in charge of Spotify? Can you remind me what happened with the Spotify ordeal? Joe Rogan was talking about anti-vax garbage. Neil Young was like, I don't want to be associated with that. I'm going to pull my catalog. Spotify was like, all right. And Neil Young just pulled his catalog, and Joe Rogan is still on the platform, and they're still paying him? But they, what?
Are Neil Young, are Fauci, are Neil Young, you're going to be taken off of Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Now, the real world, Neil Young was taken off of Spotify. That's the real world. What the fuck? And Fauci? What is this obsession with Fauci? Fauci's just another government fucking hack. There's nothing special about him, but I know they need a boogeyman. Fauci's another fucking liar, government shithead fucking moron. Right? No shit, duh. But there's plenty of those to choose from. We can start with Rick fucking Scott for a fucking instance. But again, you notice how everything they say makes it's not real. They live in an alternate world. In this room, this video is a gateway into another dimension. In this room, if you were to be the fucking bitch from The Ring, right, and you crawl into the fucking monitor and you were to enter this world, in this world, Neil Young, did a protest, and then Spotify was just oh fuck, and then they just gave control of the company to Neil Young immediately. They're like, oh shit, Neil Young, whoa. And they all resigned, and then gave all of their shares and all of their company holdings to Neil Young, and then Neil Young owns Spotify, and then Neil Young bans Joe Rogan and Rick Scott from what? But they literally live in that world. I need you to understand. That's how fucking out of touch these people are. They live in this world that I'm describing. What?
The modern left in America are the modern day version of book burners.
Now again, book burners. The Nazis. Right now, I little bit of trivia. What was primarily in the first round of book burnings when Nazis came to power? That's right. Medical research on gay and transgender people. Now remind me, which political party, again, is trying to ban research of gay and transgender people? Which political party is trying to ban books featuring gay and transgender people from libraries, school libraries, bookstores? So the book burners. Now again, I know the hypocrisy doesn't work on them, all right? But I need everyone watching to understand everything that they say. It's not some of the stuff that they say. It's not half the time. It's not everything that they project onto their opponent is actually what they do. They are the book burners. They are the bigots. They are the censors. That's just how it is. So I need you to understand that. I need you to really, whatever rule set you've got in your brain, right? Whatever, laws and how you understand politics or how you understand whatever. You need to, just rewrite it, overwrite it, erase what you got in there and put this in. Whatever the fascist accuses the other person of doing is actually what they are doing and what they plan to do. That's it. It's 100% true. So that's Rick Scott. What a prick. Reminder, folks. Visual aid? Makes you know it's a sound. It's a wide mouth, so it doesn't really work. Give me some money. Trying to survive. Trying to live. When you really think about it, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to live. And so you can help me live by giving me money today. My phone's about to die. Check this out. Thank you, Tyler. 99 cents. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to start like putting money in to symbolize. Thank you. I got a penny here. Thank you. There you go. Hello, Bob Carmody. Comedy. It's Bob Comedy. Goddamn environmental coffee house is having an existential crisis. Speaking of which, hey, Bodan! Let's go, Bodan. I agree. Hello, Andrea. I see you. Well, I hope you see me. I don't see you though, because you're in the chat. But I bought a camera so that you can see me. Like, how much were the edibles? I don't know, to be honest. But I know I'm on an empty stomach, so you know I am knee deep right now. But yeah, I got Bodan. I got my new old mouse. So I'm going to be doing Doom. I skipped last week. I don't know if you noticed. But I will be doing a Doom stream tomorrow. I'm going to finish up Vigor. And I don't know what I want to play after that. I might play another Squonker set. No, sure. I'm enjoying the Squonker sets. How was the 36-hour fasting? I did that on Saturday. I ate dinner on Friday. And I ate breakfast on Sunday. But yeah, it was good. I did a video on it. So go check that out. But overall, not bad. Hello, Sammy. All right, y'all. Got another clip. Doing some clips. Talking about some stupid motherfuckers. We all love on this show to talk about dumb ass, bitch ass motherfuckers on this goddamn show. That's what I do every day. So I already know that there's a good amount of people that clicked on this video and are already triggered as fuck. Right, they're like, oh. Right, they're already typing their fucking whiny baby comment. Seriously though, go check any of my videos that I make about these right-wingers. Right, go look at the comments, like my Dave Chappelle video, a bunch of right-wingers in the comments. Like any right-winger that I make a video about. Right, they're gonna just like, they have fans that have like their shit on Google alerts. Like people have Dave Rubin's name on a Google alert. Anytime someone makes a video, they go there and go like. Right, that's what they do because they're fucking children. Anyway, so Dave Rubin, again, he's on like this. So he's adopting children or having like a surrogate mother or something. He's having kids with his husband because he's gay. But he's also a conservative, right? And so all of his fans are conservatives and like fucking Christian fundamentalists, right? So he's trying to be like, he's still trying to be the gay guy on the right, and it's not going so well. It's not going so well. Because, well, I mean, again, Republicans right now, especially, they hate gay people, right? Clarence Thomas, Supreme Court Justice, said he's going to come after gay marriage. So anyway, gay rights, they're in the garbage can very soon. And Dave Rubin's really trying to hold on to his job. So let's watch.
A family generally is a father and a mother and then children. Are there ways, that is the norm. That is the norm, and I would say in some ways this is going to sound a little bit weird for a certain...
Also, thank you, Brooke Holloway, for the money. I'm going to put a nickel in here, because that's what I have. Thank you. Give me money, folks. That's right, we're grifting today.
...amount of people. But that is sort of the ideal. But in the world, not everything is always the ideal. So in the family that we are going to raise, we're obviously going to have 2 fathers. However, that is not me saying, oh, women are not important, or that there is no difference between men and women or anything like that. And will it look different than the traditional family? Yes. But how many people do the traditional family truly right, with the best of the mother and the father, and don't do anything to screw up their kids psychologically or physically or anything else? So I think you can say that, oh, there is the norm and the ideal, and then there are things around that and approximate to it that are pretty good too. And the best that I can do is do the best that I can to make something good happen.
What I hear from your things right now is that on the ideal, you would prefer that your children will...
What is this show that he's on? Does anyone know what this show is? Thank you, Gazebo, for the €1. I got a dime. I'm gonna put a dime in. No, I appreciate it. You know, it's the end of the month or whatever. So, anyway, what is the show that he's on?
Be heterosexual, and to live in the classic ideal family, men and women.
Well, I wouldn't prefer. Well, that's not exactly what I'm saying. I don't know that I would prefer that they would be. I would prefer that I am able to raise 2 children who are...
So, okay, first of all, Dave Rubin's brain breaks. Well, I don't know, but would I prefer it? No, maybe, yeah, so the question is, would you want your kids to grow up to be heterosexual? Dave Rubin, I don't know,
functional adults who have an understanding of the way the world works and can...
I want them to grow up to be functional adults. My man, are you running for office? Like, what kind of fucking answer is that? Like, what the hell?
Find some meaning in their lives and live a life that's important to them. If ultimately they both turn out to be straight, that's fantastic. If one of them turns out to be gay, that's fine too. Like,
I mean on the ideal, not... If it would happen, you would, of course, you would embrace them if they were gay, like,
and then
of course.
This guy is like, oh, no,
But this is not the question.
Yeah.
The question is, what do you think the ideal that you would teach not teach, but want your children to be?
Yeah. I guess we're getting hung up maybe a little bit on the word want. I would understand in the reality of reality is that life would be sort of the easiest, supposedly, although I don't think life is necessarily supposed to be easy.
And there you go. I would love to see the rest of the show. I gotta find the rest of it, but all right. Would you think the ideal would be your kids to be heterosexual? Well, I mean, you know, I want them to be functional. I want them to be, you know, like happy, and you know, if they're gay, you know. No, I mean, like, you know, you'd embrace them if they're gay, but like, don't you really want them to be heterosexual? Well, you know, life's not easy, and if, you know, life were easy, you know, we'd be, you know, running around a rainbow, man. And like, what is this guy? This guy is on drugs, man. Dave Rubin, holy shit. He's losing it. I mean, frankly, he has lost it. That's embarrassing. But anyway, gay man, Dave Rubin. I'm going to put that in the title. Am I allowed to put that in the title? I mean, it is a statement of fact that he is a gay man. So am I like gay man, Dave Rubin? Is that allowed? I don't know. Maybe the woke mob will censor me. I'm not sure. But anyway, there you go. David Rubin. Not so bright. Not so bright.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
All right. Donald James X, $1 super chat. What is the jar for? This is my new visual metaphor for begging for money. Right? It's easier with a visual metaphor. So if you want to give me money, I have like some change on my desk. I got a penny. I'm gonna put a penny in here to symbolize that people are giving me money. This is my tip jar. If you want to give me a tip, I need to put it on like a raised. Let me build a tower. I got SpongeBob season 3 right here. Nope. I need more. I'm gonna put my cell phone. Can you see the tip? Nope. I'm gonna balance it on this PlayStation controller. See the tip jar? Is that? It's not. I'm just gonna put it on my hand. Anyway, should I, you know. Anyway, so we got a show going on today, doing a program. You know, there you go. Hopefully everyone's having a good time. That's my goal. I mean, the goal is for people to have a good time, right? Like, that's the ideal. Want a tip? Finish setting up the membership. Damn, real on. There you go, writing some fucking songs in the chat room. Am I taking requests? No? Anyway, yeah, I mean, you can give me money on PayPal or Cash App. It's all going to the same place. All right. So we got a show to do. We're doing a program today. I don't know. Like, has anyone ever seen one of these? Like, programs, you know? Anyways, we got a program. We're doing a program. We need to have a conversation. Yesterday, I was on drugs. Some would even say I was tripping. And while I was tripping, I was watching the brand new episode of Better Call Saul. Everybody, if you haven't seen it yet, I need you to shut the fuck up. Don't say, oh, in the chat room. Don't do the, yo. Don't do that. Leave. Get the fuck out. Don't get spoiled. I swear to God. If you let me spoil this fucking shit, I will be pissed. So anyway, I was, as people might say, tripping on drugs, and this episode came on. I have been saying, for the last season of Better Call Saul, I've been watching every episode while on shrooms. You know, the amount that I do varies. You know, I try not to go too hard because I want to be able to follow the plot. You know, I want to be able to remember what's going on, so I don't want to slip into the gone zone or anything. But anyway, I was very, 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 very much so on drugs when I watched this. Now, again, the last episode ended setting up a Breaking Bad. The last episode, which, god damn, I'm still recovering from the last episode, sets up Saul sitting in his desk in the Breaking Bad era. I was thinking, all right, you know what I want? I'm more interested in the Gene-verse. Like, I'm excited to see Jesse and Walt. I'm excited to see them in a Breaking Bad scene. I'm excited. That excites me. I get why people are interested in that. Me, I am less interested in that. If I want to see Jesse and Walt, you know what? There's a whole show with Jesse and Walt, motherfucker. All right, I'm going to go watch that show. But I'm more interested in the Gene-verse, right? Is Gene going to track down Kim Wexler and find out that, like, Kim Wexler, like, you know, met someone else and has, like, 2 kids now or something, and then he's gonna kill himself? You know, like, who knows, right? What's going to happen here, right? And, man, okay, so I'm more interested in the Gene-verse, right? That's my setup. And so, again, I am on drugs, okay? I am, like, really fucked up on drugs. So when Better Call Saul starts, and it gets into the black and white, you immediately see the black and white. The thing I love about the Gene-verse and this episode is the whole episode is black and white. The whole episode is black and white, right? There's no other episode of Better Call Saul where the entirety of it is black and white, because the Gene segments are usually at the start of a season, and it'll be like an opening pre-introductory sequence, right? But I love, like, the black and white part. I love it. I mean, I love it in general as a way to show the Gene timeline, right? But, like, just as an artistic art form, holy shit. Oh, it's this episode with the camera angles. It's just the camera. I mean, again, I am tripping, right? The way that the camera angles were working. I love the montage scene when he's got the Cinnabon. So anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. This episode, the whole thing being Gene, I was thinking the intro rolls. And then the intro, by the way, let's talk about the intro. I'm losing it, folks. When I was watching this show, I was losing it. I was gone. I was not in this world. I was one with the program. So anyway, when the intro starts, and then the intro is so glitchy, it just goes to like a VHS like screen. Oh, that was good. That was good. I was so into that. That was great. But I mean, like, the intro starts, and I'm thinking, okay, I understand. The last 4 episodes, each one's going to start with a Gene sequence. Right? Okay. And then there's going to be the Breaking Bad, and then it's going to be Gene sequence, Breaking Bad, Gene sequence, Breaking Bad, and then maybe the last episode would be a Gene. Nope, they gave it to us right here. The whole episode was Gene. Again, I'm losing it, right? I don't know. I didn't expect that. I was expecting the reverse. And anyway, so this episode, the whole episode, is that Gene, right? He was caught for being Saul by somebody, right? And in a way to like turn down the heat that he is feeling, he does a classic scam. Right, he breaks the law in a classic way, but it's so good, right? Because it's hard to tell what's happening, right, until you realize that like he's helping the mother of the cab driver or whatever, that guy, and it's just so good. I mean, it's like when he walks in or whatever, it's just so good. Oh, I mean, this episode, I was losing it. I was like, my eyes were like, my pupils were like, right? I was in another world when I was watching this last night. I was blown away. Like the Cinnabon with the security guards. And then the scenes where he's talking to the security guards, but he's faking it, like everything. Like, oh my God. Like when the security guard's talking about the sports teams, and then, like, you see, like, it closes up on Saul's face, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, what's with those guys? Or whatever. And he has no fucking idea. He has no idea what he's talking about. Like, he is, like he's doing his, like, just fake it. Like, it's so good. It was so good. And then, so anyway, the scam is to distract the guards while someone goes in and steals a bunch of shit. Okay? That's the scam. And so what he does is he builds up a friendship with the security guards. It's great. It's wonderful. Right? The scene where the actual scam is going on that night. Oh, it was so good. I mean, the anxiety. Now, again, I am peaking. I am peaking on the mushroom right now. The anxiety I was feeling during the scam portion, right? Because it looks at the clock every once in a while. He's got like a wristwatch, right? And then like the guy like is making mistakes, and he's like grabbing 4 of something he's only supposed to grab 3 of, right? He's being greedy. That moment when he's running and he slips and falls, I had a heart attack. My heart jumped out. My heart jumped out of my chest. I had a heart attack, motherfucker. Oh my God, I was losing it. And then that's the part where Gene like pretends to be suicidal and depressed, and he wants to kill himself, and he talks to the guard about it to distract him, just hoping just hoping, right? Just fucking as a last ditch, who knows if we're fucked either way. Let's just, right? Hoping that he's gonna wake up or get up, because the guy who slips, who's doing the scam on the security camera, he falls down, he's out. But then he wakes up and he gets back just in time. It was so good. I lost it. This ep was amazing. This is probably the best episode of Better Call Saul yet. It's better than the one where Howard dies. I mean, for sure. It's the best. It's better than any episode of Breaking Bad. It's up there with the Fly episode of Breaking Bad. That one's also like just abstract art right within the universe, right? That's what this was a little bit of, but this is the best episode, I think. I like it. It's just, it was so good. It was so good. And I know I say every episode is the best episode because it's just it's a progressive linear order. Every episode is better than the previous one. But this is a banger. I'm excited to see what they do next. I know they got to do a Breaking Bad scene because they did tease that Walt and Jesse are in the show. But, goddamn, what an F. Because, again, the thing that's so good about this episode is that knowing all the context, like, if you just watch an episode out of context, it's not going to mean that much. But, like, all the context, right? Everything that's happened in every episode of Better Call Saul and every episode of Breaking Bad, like, this is the most, like, chronologically speaking, in the universe of this show and these shows, right? This is the most recent or, like, the furthest in the future thing. And, like, he's just trying to live a little, and he's trying to have, like, a classic scam for the adrenaline rush. And the best thing also is that he doesn't even take any of the profits. Like, he was in it just for the scam. Like, that's the only fun part. He doesn't need the money. But, again, that's why this episode is the best. Because with all the context from every other scene in the whole show, right, the character is unchanged. Like, the through line of Jimmy all the way to the end is unchanged. It's a show. I mean, it's the best show I've ever seen. I mean, I will say this. Like, Better Call Saul, now, this is the best show I've ever seen. I've never seen a better television program. Like, maybe we can have, like, a battle with, like, cartoons that I am nostalgic for, like, that I watched as a kid. That's possible, right? Like, you know, it's Better Call Saul better than Courage the Cowardly Dog? I don't know, right? Like, who knows, right? It's just, I can't possibly have that conversation. But outside of that category of nostalgic cartoons, it's the best show ever made. I mean, it's better than Breaking Bad. I mean, by a huge margin. I mean, it's a great show. Can't get over it. And honestly, I won't get over it. So, there you go. Got a tip jar. If anyone wants to give me some cash money. Got a tip jar here. And just put it in the screen. Thank you. That's going to be my new prop. I hope it doesn't get annoying too soon. Anyway, that's the show for today. How's everyone doing? How are folks? So I got my new old mouse. Today my plan is to get back into the Doom speedruns. I've been really enjoying that recently. And then my mouse troubles kind of made me upset. So I'm going to try to get back into some of that today. No Q-cock? I mean, if you want to ask a question, go for it. But I don't feel like doing the thing. I'm a little too high for that. Got a show. I mean, you know, we did a show today. Well, I did a show. You just sat there and watched it, you lazy fuck. Holy fucking shit. You stupid, lazy son of a bitch. You fuckface. I'm the one doing a show. You're just like, ooh. That's you. Like, you're not doing anything. You fucking asshole. Selling the Razer mouse to you, would you pay more than what a return would be? Because if so, then yeah, why not? I'll like spit on it for you if you want. How's the next season of Cooking with the Bitch coming along? It's coming along. I'm doing a lot of editing. I have decided I'm going to delay it until next Wednesday. It will be a 100% chance I will be finished because I'm almost done. But my thing is, I don't want to rush it to get it out tomorrow. And then, so next Wednesday, guaranteed. I've got a bunch of episodes already recorded, right? So once it starts, it's going to be weekly again, and that's good. I'm just doing a bunch of editing right now. And so there you go. Breaking Bad is only rated higher than Better Call Saul because it's now Breaking Bad's a great show, but it is more so catering, well, not catering per se, right? It's a great show, but it does pander more to a lower common denominator. Like Better Call Saul, a lot of the action scenes in Better Call Saul are like in courtrooms, right? It's like dialogue being used as guns, right? Like instead of blowing up stuff with like a fucking grenade, right? Like he's, pulling something out of his fucking jacket pocket, right? So it is a higher IQ show. It is a higher IQ show. Anyone that thinks it's slow and boring, I mean, it's a low IQ thing. It's really it. Because Breaking Bad is slow and boring in a lot of spots. Silent Hill 2 all takes place in James' mind. That's my theory. Now, Breaking Bad's a great show, but Better Call Saul is better. I mean, it's in the name. Better Call Saul. Abner, Q, do you think Vince had Saul written before or with BB? What do you mean? Well, I read Bob Odenkirk's book, which, if you haven't read that, you should read it if you like Better Call Saul or Bob Odenkirk, which I like both. And in his book, he mentions that they had no idea that they would do a spin-off until after Breaking Bad was over. Or at least Bob Odenkirk was not informed of that until after Breaking Bad was over. So, you can't read? Okay. Well, if that's the case, well, I just gave you the answer to that. You need to watch it, James. If you haven't watched it, I mean, it's a low IQ. Like, you're no better than Donald Trump supporters. Like, I mean,
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
Fucking dumb motherfucker, and that's fine. You can fix it. It's a fixable problem. Anyway, y'all, that's the show. That's the program. That's it. Well, I feature the tip jar on the kitchen counter of the next Cooking with the Bitch app. That's a good idea. Bye-bye.
I went in yesterday and there was a television screen, and I said, this is genius.
Why attack Sanders? Why attack Sanders? Nervous, man. Calm down. You're getting nervous, man. Why attack Sanders? Why you're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay. You're getting nervous, man. Why attack Sanders? Why you're getting nervous, man. You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay. Why attack Sanders? Why you're getting nervous, man. You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay. Why attack Sanders? Why Through the polls, Jack. 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 You guys are all the same. Through the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same. Through the polls, Jack. 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 You guys are all the same. You're getting nervous, man. It's okay. Why attack Sanders? Why? You're getting nervous, man. It's okay. Why attack Sanders? Why? You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield,